Yo-ho! Welcome to my channel. This is Megan, the Colorful Pirate, and today I'm going to show you everything that I colored in August and September. So first I'd like to share with you some stuff I've been doing in my coloring journal. I really liked my August spread with the foil stickers. I got them from Walmart, these two really cool sticker books. I found them in the stationery journal section. Lots of cool stickers. This is more feminine, this one's more masculine. So I did this nice purple and pink and blue. Some washi tape from AliExpress. And then I was way behind in September and I realized that I needed to make my spread, and I just slapped this one together really fast. I was doing a pirate hashtag, and September is when Talk Like a Pirate Day is. But I'm really excited about this October stuff that I have done on this page. Got some stickers from the Antiquarian sticker book. Some of these I got off AliExpress. I love this kitty cat playing the banjo with his collar on. I love this skeleton guy going, "Hey, do you really need to buy more books?" And I say, "Yes, sir, indeed I do." And this cool stuff. Just, I'm really happy with how all this turned out. So anyway, let's get started with the finished pages. I'll show some whips first, actually. So this is a PDF that I bought from Edwina McNamee on her Etsy. I really wanted that Autumn Magic coloring book, and it's not available on Amazon for whatever reason. So I had ordered that, and then I also ordered this set of 5 bat themed images, and this is in her Halloween coloring book, which I just got too, but I wanted to try out a PDF. This is on Canson mixed media paper, and I'm using Castle Arts watercolor pencils, and they're working a lot better on this paper than they do on the Amazon paper. Imagine that. Just as long as I don't touch the black ink and make it run as well, it's going well. Then I had this 50 Ocean Miniatures. I did this, and I was just going to make it be a marker piece, and I was happy with the way it was going. But then my marker ran out, and I ended up with this terrible line, which I could probably fix with colored pencil, but I don't know, this might end up as a forever whip. And then I've been working on painting this background with folk art color shift. So yeah, I got it out of the tube super gloopy to begin with, and it left a bunch of streaks. Dual Robot told me that you gotta water it down and do lots of thin watery layers, and so I've been doing that to try to smooth it out, and it looks a lot better than it did. But these, you see all that? Look at that go. That's one coat of watered down thin color shift. So if you're trying to work with color shift or any other acrylic paint, remember, you should add some water. I used to know that from when I took a bunch of art classes in high school, but that was a long time ago. So on to my finished pages. This Fadorables Minis. 2 by Selena Finnick. Olga Rani's 1 week prompt was Teacup, and this book has a lot of Teacup cutesies in it, so I did this cute mermaid with her kitty cat fairy friend, and my first attempt at doing a darker skin tone, and I think it turned out really good. I put some yellows in there, some peachy pinks, some you know, browns, of course, but really tried to add a lot of tones into the skin. The same with the hair. I don't know if holding it up is going to be any better. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. There's a little bit of glitter gel pen, but yeah. And then like a week later, the prompt was heart, and I had been working in this book. I've been trying, in the last picture I used the Brute Finner Macron set, which is like a pastel colored pencil set. And I was using the Castle Art pastel tints in this set. And I've been trying to experiment with how to get that softer, less saturated pastel look without it just looking washed out. And the way I achieved that, I realized you could still have some darker tones in it. So this orange is from a Black Widow, but the rest of it is all pastel tints. Should be. The blue might be Black Widow as well. But the Ogarani's heart prompt, I was able to finish this and submit it. I did the hearts in glitter gel pen. Tan mitts. I really like my tan mitts right now. So don't stress me out, man. I want to try to keep a more pastel color scheme throughout this whole book. I really like it. That's Posh Coloring Cats and Flowers by Susan Black. I actually did 2 for the prompt of heart. So in Antique Botanical by Coco Wyo, I did this page here. I did glitter gel pen on the vein and artery. The rest of it's all Ohuhu alcohol markers. So one trick to shade with those is to use the same color marker again and again, and it'll deepen the tone without being too harsh. And then I used like an actual darker marker for the hard shadows. White jelly roll for the highlights on things, make them look shiny. And yeah, I like how the white flowers turned out. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. It's fairly subtle, but the gray shading and then a little bit of the pink that I brought in from this color. And then the background I did in Sharpie, and I really regret it because it stinks so bad. So yeah, this is a really cool book. Then for my pirate hashtag, I got this book last year. Felt like it was made for me. Steampunk Pirate Girls by Deborah Muller. And I had put the alcohol base down last year. Ohuhu. And then I had done the hair in Prismacolor, and then I just lost interest for a while. So I decided to go ahead and get her finished. I really like the colors of her clothes. I like the hyper feminine kind of pinup pirate vibe. I got some Pentel Dual on her jewelry. The skin was really giving me some trouble though. I picked a weird color for her skin in the marker. And I was trying to just use, see, it was like a yellowy beige. And I was trying to use just my Prismacolors on this to shade with. And every color I picked was not the right color to do shading on that marker. But I kept working at it, even when I thought it was an absolute mess. Dog poopy is what I wanted to say. And yeah, I had my Derwent blender pen, and that was helping, kind of smooth out some of the nastiness that was happening on her skin, and then it dried out on me. Over here you can kind of see how rough that looks, but you know what? I finished it. I still think she looks nice. Her face looks nice. And besides, she's a pirate. Maybe she's a little rough around the edges, she's got some dirt in places, What can you do about it? Let me see. Can you see? Yeah, the blush on her cheeks. So, yep. And then my other pirate picture that I got done for the hashtags was in Fantasy Season. by I don't know who. I'll link everything below. This is a super cute book, and Olgarani had a prompt of Hedgehog, and I thought, hey, I was already planning on doing this page, and there's hedgehogs in it, so that was perfect. Used my polychromos. This felt really nice in this Japanese book paper. I did Calero Fine Tech for the dragons, smoke, Pintel, gold, might have been Arteza actually, whatever, it's a gold gel pen. And then the background, I did a base layer of, actually the background I think is all Neo Color 2, kept it really light. And yeah, I might have used some Black Widows too, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love when there's dragons and pirates. I feel like there should be more of that kind of thing in the world, considering they both are obsessed with piles of gold. And then in Dimensions by John Wick, I colored my first page in here. This is a random marker draw. I think it was Cali Arts. Yeah, not much to say here. I don't usually use a lot of browns, but hey, I think it's working. It's an interesting color combination, and I colored this in all very radially, so it's all, each segment is exactly the same. But then I was looking at, I don't know, I found it kind of boring. I mean, looking at it now, it's not so bad. It'd be cool if I took the time to actually add shading and depth to it, but that's not what I'm after when I'm doing these kind of pictures. So I'm just looking for some stress relief and fill in the blanks while I listen to something. But I was looking at this one. The example pictures are rather chaotic, even though they have a color scheme, and so I realized that, you know, there is some method to the madness, and I decided to kind of follow that pattern on this one. Again, it was another random marker draw with the Bianyo pastel set, which they're not as juicy, even though they work really well. So they've got a really nice hard fine tip, so it was easy to get into those smaller spaces. And so yeah, I randomly picked the 4 colors, and then I did the grays on purpose. And so in this circle, I just kind of, on each section of shapes, I picked an order to do the colors in, so I did them in that order. The next section, I picked a random, you know, I did it differently. So each pie section isn't exactly the same. So this has a little bit more of a chaotic vibe to it. But then the background, you can see I did radially. So each pie section is exactly the same. And I really like how that turned out. I think it gives it interest. So now we move on to the color by number. I actually did these in July, but forgot to show them. So I'll show them now. I have this mountain scene. And with these, I've been using my Statler dual-ended alcohol markers, and I really like those. I think I'm going to invest in the full set. The flamingos. These kind of pictures really, really calm me down. Just trying to figure out where the outline is of all the numbers. And I like the way they turn out, rather realistic looking. So I got a subscription through Amazon, so I hope, because the website of the thing, the insert that's in them, doesn't work, which is concerning. But Amazon had like a subscription management for it, so we'll see if I get the next one in the mail instead of at Walmart. So yeah, I did this one, this chameleon, really cool, very colorful, feels realistic to me. Working on this peacock. Here's a ladybug. And some sort of moth butterfly thing. I don't know. And Color Quest Amazing Animals. I did this bunny, which I also submitted for the bunny prompt that happened with the Olgarani's weekly challenge. I love the background. And just the blue bunny. I don't know. I love these pixelated color by numbers. A color by colors. Summer. I did this one. How bad is that glare? Oh, good. This is by Echidna. I love how those turn out. Echidna pattern animals. And I did this one actually after the hedgehog prompt, and I was kicking myself for not remembering that it was in here. Cute little fret hedgehog. These are so neat. The Echidna by Eclipse. I did this platypus page. Superior paper is glossy. And finally, in the Witches Color by Number by Art Therapy, I did this one using my Ohuhu water-based markers, and the purple was a super tip, no bleed through, and I went over the purple twice, and so it gave a nice deeper color, but I could not be arsed to do any of the rest of it double. I might have done the moon double, but I think I did a pretty good job of. The thing you want to avoid when you're using water-based markers is you want to avoid a harsh line. You don't want to like color halfway and then halfway, and because you're going to go over it, you know. So what I do is I do kind of circles where you can still see that it's wet, but you're not overworking it. And you want to try to end in places like this, where there's like going to be a very small line, or follow the lines that are in there and color that shape, but then when you go back, you try really hard not to touch that line again, and I find that it works pretty well. I think it looks, I mean, it's still got a little bit of scratchiness, but there's not the harsh lines. Did Jelly Roll white, or maybe Signo white gel pen to clean up the white spaces and highlight the silhouettes, which is not like that in the back, but I wanted to bring them out more. And a Jelly Roll Moonlight for the yellow, and then I did this one here, this cool nighttime scene. I did this purple twice, and this is all Ohuhu water-based markers, except I did some Jelly Roll glaze on the trees to make them stand out a little bit. Once I started putting that purple in the background, the trees almost disappeared. And so I did that, and it brought them, you know, kept them visible. I like it. And then I did some glaze too on the yellow bits. Again, I outlined the silhouettes. And that's, don't look if you don't want to see the solutions. Let's see. It's a pretty dark page. They're not all silhouetted images. I randomly picked 2 silhouetted images, which is strange, but I'm going to work some more in this month. I might try to finish this one with my, I just got the Artex acrylic markers, which the brush tips, which I'm fairly certain are actually acrylic ink, which is, I mean, it's acrylic paint still, it's just mixed up in a thing that keeps it more fluid. See if I maybe finish it with that, because I was doing this with the Thule Arts and they were scratchy and annoying, and this blue used up a whole marker, so yeah. But alright, that's it for me. I hope that your coloring cart stays full and that you like everything that you color, and we will see you again in the next video.